Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Train Simulator Classic, aka Railworks. Today we're going to be looking at the MR2601 class Johnson Spinner. An early express locomotive made by Digital Traction. Information on these things is a little bit scant, but they're a class of 422 express locomotives built for the Midland Railway. Service entry was 1899 and retired in 1922, and built by the Derby Works. 2 cylinders with a total of 10 produced. Yeah, I don't know that there's really a ton of information out there on these. There is a Wikipedia page of the Midland Railway 115 class, which is, if I'm not mistaken, a part of the same grouping. But I don't believe they're exactly the same to a T. I could be mistaken though. But anywho, typically single drivered locomotives like this were built for high-speed passenger services, and these were no exception. I do believe these were built to run upwards of something like 80, 90 mile an hour. So pretty quick on their feet. Obviously, they're not powerhouses by any means. These would not be pulling very heavy, long trains with the single driver, but they were fast, and obviously they're very early designs, which is really cool. I absolutely adore this era of steam locomotion. The early stuff is cool in general. It's cool to see a lot of these designs like this that. They're just pretty, for lack of a better term. They're very odd. They're very different. Especially considering when these really came around. The late, the 1890s is pretty late in the era of steam locomotion for single drivered locomotives to really still be a thing. But England hung on to them and liked them well enough for what they did. So, yeah. I do believe that there is one singular example that survives today. It is a static display at the National Railway Museum in York, number 673. It was steamed last in 1980. So on to the pack. In the pack, you're going to get, obviously, the locomotive in a handful of different schemes. And you will also get some matching coaches. Now, I have a color combo here because I placed down one of each car in a different livery that is available. So you'll get a Carmine and Cream, kind of a combo brake car, composite car, that's the word. And then LMS red and Midland red. These cars are kind of cool, kind of different with these wooden centers on their wheels. It's kind of a different thing. Could just be. Let me hop over here, and you'll get a late what is this, LMS variant. Just gonna still wear the red, but it's gonna have a little bit of a different trim tone to it. On the MR over here, we got a more light, kind of yellowish light white tan color, whereas the LMS over here has the more noticeable gold. And then we have the green, which I believe is also MR late, I believe. And BR blue, British Railway blue. Now, to my knowledge, there's no difference whatsoever between these locomotives. It's entirely the paint scheme. Could be wrong, but I don't notice anything different. They all look the same, and I know they all use the same sounds, so I'm not going to bother to go through each one of them. But the detailing on them is fairly nice. A lot of, obviously, 3D rivets make me very happy. I love 3D rivets. Big old bolts. Does have inside modeled gearing. Yeah, goodness me. It is very late and I am tired. But your drive rods, your valve gear, whatnot are inside the frame, and they are modeled. They are noticeable. And I do believe this is an older digital traction product, so not to hate on it too terribly, but the lines are definitely blurry. The red doesn't look half bad, to be perfectly honest, and the lettering is very crispy. Like, look at that, that is awesome. And the numbers are awesome. They are actually 3D modeled, kind of plaques, if you will. And truth be told, the overall texturing does not look half bad, but the lines are definitely a bit blurry. Everything's even round, which is pretty cool. Hop on back here. It's pretty much the same story. Really nice crispy logos. Like, holy crap. Why is it that we have brand spanking new stuff that comes out all hyped up from DTG, whether it be English, German, American, whatever? We get brand new stuff that you can't even read the logo. And we hop over to this, a noticeably older model from Digital Traction, and look at that. Bright, legible, noticeable. Even the numbers look good. This green is so entertaining. And then the British Rail Brew. Again, that's so entertaining. It's very vibrant. Vibrantly colored. Very nice, legible logo. Very nice, crispy, legible lettering. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dig the scratches and whatnot in the paint. The imperfections in the paint texturing. They kind of look cool. They kind of fit. Inside the cab, texturing is not that bad. The wood paneling is meh, not my favorite. Can open the doors or the windows, which is pretty cool. It's got the little latch that pops out. Throttle. Whistle 1. I don't know why that's whistle 1 when there's not a noticeable second whistle. Yeah. Only the one whistle. But it is labeled as whistle 1. Or throttle should be small ejector, brakes, live steam injector, fire blower, dampers, firebox, maybe. Firebox, maybe not. Well, that seems like a vital thing that should have been caught. There's nothing at all for the firebox. So that is open. We'll just go ahead and open it up. Yeah, nothing for the firebox. Interesting. I do like the little lamp in here for the cab. Just a little candle lamp. That is very nice touch. I love that. Cylinder cocks. Exhaust steam. Oh, we don't get that one. Let's see. A lot of different cab views, which is kind of entertaining. Got this top view. Of course, window. And I don't think there's really much else. Handbrake. Fireman injector. Driver's injector. E for the reverse lock. Kinda seems a little quick, but you know, what do I know? Let's go ahead and be sure our track is set so we don't run into anything weird, true, or freaky. Okay, so the whistle plays a tune. The whistle is not playable by you. And the B key just plays a lower tuned version of what the spacebar plays. Huh? Go ahead and open the throttle up. Eee, what is that? Smoke. Look how far out them cylinder cocks shoot. And they don't alternate sides either. Eee, that smoke is... definitely not my favorite by any sort of long shot. Of course, control 1 will add your center headlight, control 2, control 3, control 4. It's such an entertaining... oh, that smoke. Now, I have tried to run these high speed on some of the newer routes, and I will give a fair warning. While there is not an AWS system in here, it will get set off on a newer route that has AWS features. It doesn't. This locomotive does not have advanced steam simulation. Unfortunately, it's not an advanced locomotive. But yeah, if you are on a route that is AWS equipped, the sensor will absolutely go off, and it will absolutely bring you to a screeching halt, because as you can see, there is indeed not an AWS sensor on this locomotive. So bear that in mind when you're doing 70 mile an hour on a new route. The chuff sounds are not half bad. They could definitely stand to be louder. I think they're a little bit quiet. But it is satisfying to watch this thing run. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty cool. It's just, it's such a neat era. It is funny that you cut the reverse down to 30%, 40%, and the chuff rate cuts in half. It's kind of entertaining. Entertainingly noticeable. I don't believe these are 4-cylinder locomotives, so I don't quite get why the chuff rate cuts in half like that, but you know, whatever. Passenger cars do not have a passenger view, unfortunately. I don't believe there's a lapped section on the brakes, which, not such a problem. Now, it is very entertaining that the brakes are set, but the brakes are clearly not set. We'll throw them on over to emergency for a second. Brakes are not set. Where's the handbrake? Handbrake non-functional. But yeah, there it is, guys. The Johnson spinners from Digital Traction. And definitely know that's going to drag out some entertaining comments. But, as always, link in the description. Definitely go check it out. I think it's pretty neat. It's a neat era of railroading. Definitely takes some skill to operate. These are not like running the big locomotives. They don't just pick up and run, and they don't pull heavy trains, but they are really, really neat. So definitely go check them out. Highly recommend it. Do not know how much they are. Pretty sure I bought these a while ago, so it's been a hot minute since I've even thought about them. But anywho, as always, link in the description, and I will see you guys next time.